Fuel Esports has a lot of student staff and players, but other than watching their sick clips on stream, we don't really know too much about them. My name is Joshua Chen, also known as Boo, and for my rest of the time here, I'm going to be interviewing some of the key players that have been involved in Fuel throughout the years. Stay tuned as we have staff, players, and captains talk about how they got started at Fuel and how they've shaped Fuel throughout the years. All right, well, hi, my name is Boo. I am joined by.
I'm Dragan. Hello.
Hey, so first question I have for you, is your name actually Dragon?
Yes, it is Dragan. I have ID. I have proof. I can prove it.
Okay. And what's is there like a history behind that name?
So on my dad's side, we're Macedonian. That's a small little country that just borders Greece.
Mm.
And in a lot of Slavic cultures like Macedonia, Bulgaria, Serbia, Bosnia, Dragon's a very common name. In Macedonian culture, it actually stems to kingdom. And my dad's name is Dragon, so I share the name. So I'm Dragon Jr.
Awesome. So jumping into Fuel, how did you get started at Fuel and why did you join?
So I got started with Fuel. It was I have about it in the story on the in the Navigator magazine. Is my origin as well in there. Um, I got asked by the Odd Radish, "Hey, do you play video games?" And I said yes. And because I had a 5-hour gap between my classes in my first semester, I spent a lot of my time in the fuel station, and then learning about the hiring opportunities. I saw that they were hiring for casters, and I'm like to my mom, "Hey, so Fuel's like hiring for casters," and she told me to go for it. So I did, and I started 2 years January.
Awesome. What was kind of like the process of starting to cast? Like how did you learn how to do it?
So actually I've had like broadcasting experience prior to starting college. I was the head anchor of my morning announcements team at Saunders Secondary School.
Mhm.
I started second week of grade 9, and I would do the televised morning announcements all the way from second week of grade 9 all the way up to my victory lap in 2020.
Mhm.
So I spent all 5 years of high school with Saunders TV and radio.
Yeah. And last year you won the Colorcaster of the Year award.
Yes, I
Can you just
did.
talk me through what it was like winning that award?
It was absolutely. I wasn't expecting it personally, but I was gunning for a win that year because the year prior, I did get nominated somehow with only 6 weeks of experience. My three other opponents for the award were all 2 to 3 had 2 to 3 years of experience, and here's me coming in with 6 weeks, and I somehow score a nomination. And I was nominated for both categories as well as Fortnite Player of the Year, surprising enough. I was a 3-time Fuel Award nominee in my first year. And so I promised and I vowed that night that a year from now, I will be standing here and I will win. So I spent the entire summer learning the other games. I got into League of Legends more to try and learn a bit to prep myself,
Mhm.
and it was just determination. So when I heard my name that I won, I absolutely screamed. My dad and my brother were in the audience, so it was really nice for them to see. And it was just I proved to myself that I can set a goal and I can achieve it.
Mhm. And I kind of remember that it kind of got a little bit emotional during your speech. Did you expect to like cry during it?
I didn't expect to cry. It's just from my origins where I can when I said that night that for everyone who told me that whatever you do, you're set up for failure, I was not exaggerating that. Those were the parting words from my grade 8 teacher prior to me going to high school. So I've had odds stacked against me. I've had people who have looked at me and just completely wrote me off because they didn't understand me. They didn't understand my career, my fields. I was part of the original Kids Theater Company for 12 years. I started when I was, I think, 10 or 11 years old. And I was spending like 3 days a week downtown from like 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And a lot of people just view kind of the arts as like, oh, like just this little small thing that I do at like 3 days a week when it's a full time job with effort, with dedication, with you have to put in time. You need to be locked in for it, you know? And I didn't have a lot of interest as others. Like, I'm a history nerd. For anyone who's watched any of the streams, I probably drop the most unhinged facts at the most random times. But that's how my brain works.
Yeah, and can we just talk about your style of commentating? I feel like when I'm watching over the VODs, you're just dropping like either random history facts or like random movie facts. Are you preparing these before the stream, or are they just coming off from the
Uh,
top of your head?
it's a mix of like I want to try to prep some things in case like the opportunity comes up, but usually it's on the fly because it's I like having that kind of it makes it more genuine when it's unprepared. Like for example, it was the last Overwatch stream with New. I called one of the characters who was absolutely just slaughtering our team, Geneva Convention McGee, because he was just such a problem for us that it was low key illegal. So it's just a matter of a mix of preparation and just how my brain operates, but a lot of it is just on the fly. And the way I could visualize it is that so situation happens, can compare it to this thing, notice this thing, bring it together. You know?
Yeah. And by the time this gets uploaded or by the time this is shown, the nominees would have come out and you probably would have seen that you've been nominated for something. You don't know for which
I
category
don't
yet.
know which caster category I've been nominated for. I only know it's for one of them.
Mhm.
Fingers crossed for two.
Yeah. Uh,
And it's all up in the air now.
yeah. Going into this year having already won like the Color Cast of the Year award, were you kind of as motivated to win another one?
100%. I'm always rather to be motivated to win again. Yes, I completed my goal of having a award for broadcasting esports under my belt because that having that trophy now, I can look at it and know that anytime I'm feeling down or I feel like I'm not doing good enough, I can look at that trophy now and remind myself I did this. I did this with something that I'm not only experienced in, I'm passionate about, and has been my life ever since I was able to pick up a controller. So to potentially gain multiple trophies and kind of build that collection, it's just gonna motivate me more to show. And for anybody who kind of has that experience or kind of has in the same situation as I was growing up to prove that no matter where you come from, no matter where you stem, no matter how many times somebody tells you you can't do it, there's a way to prove them wrong. You don't need vengeance for
Awesome. That's everything.
it.